Okay, so remember how mind-blown we were by those AI image generators? Well, buckle up, because video generation is taking a quantum leap forward with Google's VEO-2. This isn't just about higher resolution or anything. We're talking a whole new level of realism and fidelity. VEO-2 can create scenes so detailed you'll swear they're real. Like imagine a slow-motion breakfast scene. Syrup dripping over those fluffy pancakes, coffee swirling in a mug, steam rising naturally from a hot cup. It's wild. What makes this so groundbreaking is that filmmakers could potentially create entire scenes without physical sets. I mean, think about what that means. Saving time, saving money, and that realism. It becomes even more impressive when things start moving. Think about those AI-generated images that went viral, the ones that look almost too real. Now imagine those images coming to life. But with movement that's not just animated, it's grounded in physics. It's incredible. VEO-2 can generate a flock of pink flamingos wading in a lagoon with a grace and fluidity that you'd expect in real life. This is possible because VEO-2 isn't just animating, it's likely using advanced physics simulations to dictate movement, making it appear far more believable than what older AI could achieve. And it's not just about letting the AI do its thing. VEO-2 gives creators incredible control over the camera. It can understand complex instructions to create specific shots, angles, and movements. Think about a low-angle tracking shot, following a car drifting through a city at night, with those blurred city lights in the background. This isn't just some random camera movement. VEO-2 is replicating the techniques that professional filmmakers spend years mastering. And it can do it on the fly based on your instructions. It's like having a virtual cinematographer at your fingertips, ready to execute your wildest creative visions. But here's where things get really interesting. Remember that adorable video of a dachshund jumping into a pool? VEO-2 can capture that. Not just the movement, but the joy, the emotion. And that's where the line between AI and reality starts to get really blurry. Now I know what you might be thinking. Can we even trust what we see anymore? If AI can create a dachshund having a pool party, what's to stop it from being used to create misleading or even harmful content? It's a valid concern. And something we need to be thinking about as this technology evolves. Now let's see how VEO-2 stacks up against the competition. Because it's been making waves in the AI world for a reason. So in head-to-head comparisons with other leading AI models, VEO-2 has come out on top, especially against OpenAI's Sora 2. What's interesting is that it's not just about technical specs or anything. Over 50% of the time, users actually preferred VEO-2's videos. And that tells us something important, right? Google seems to have cracked the code on creating videos that are not only technically impressive, but also aesthetically pleasing and engaging. So what does this mean for the future of video creation? Well, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing. Let's start with filmmaking. Imagine a director being able to storyboard an entire film using VEO-2. They need a sweeping vista of an alien planet, no problem. VEO-2 generates it. Want to experiment with different camera angles and lighting? Done. It's like having an entire pre-production team working at the speed of thought. And it's not just for big-budget productions either. This could be a game changer for independent filmmakers, allowing them to create high-quality visuals that would have been impossible before, all without breaking the bank. But the impact goes way beyond Hollywood. Think about advertising. Companies could use VEO-2 to create hyper-realistic commercials that are tailored to specific audiences. Imagine an ad that dynamically adjusts based on your interests and preferences, almost like having a one-on-one conversation with each customer. That's the power of this technology. And then there's education. We could see history lessons brought to life, with incredibly accurate recreations of historical events, or science students exploring complex concepts through interactive simulations. They feel incredibly real. It's about making learning more immersive and engaging than ever before. But it's not all sunshine and roses, right? We have to talk about the potential downsides. If AI can create videos this realistic, what's to stop it from being used to spread misinformation or create deepfakes that are virtually impossible to detect? It's a bit like those early 3D video games. They were impressive for the time, but you could tell something was off. Now fast forward to today, and video games look almost photorealistic. It makes you wonder, what will VEO-3 be capable of in a few years? We need to be thinking about safeguards, about ways to distinguish real footage from AI creations. Maybe it's through watermarking or robust fact-checking mechanisms. But it's also about fostering critical thinking skills in ourselves and in future generations, so we can navigate this increasingly complex world of digital media. And there's another big question. What about the people whose jobs involve creating video? Will they become obsolete? It's a legitimate concern. But it's important to remember that AI is a tool, and tools need human operators. It's more likely that we'll see a shift in the types of skills that are needed. Instead of replacing human creativity, AI could become a powerful tool to augment it. It could free up filmmakers and editors to focus on the higher-level creative tasks. While the AI handles the more technical aspects, we're entering uncharted territory here. And there's no easy answer, but it's a conversation we need to have, and it's one that we'll continue to explore in our next segment as we dive deeper into the broader societal implications of this technology. Okay, so we've covered the wow factor of VEO-2, but let's shift gears a little bit and talk about something really crucial: accessibility. Because you know this tech has the potential to make video creation and consumption possible for people who faced barriers before. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a world where someone with limited mobility can experience a virtual tour of the Amazon rainforest, feeling truly present in that environment. That's incredible. Or to think about real-time video translation, breaking down language barriers, and allowing people from different cultures to connect more deeply. I mean, those are just a few examples of how VEO-2 could be a force for inclusion, right? But with all this talk about AI taking over these creative tasks, it's fair to ask, what does this mean for the future of human creativity itself? Like, if a machine can create a video that's indistinguishable from something made by a human, who owns the copyright? Who gets the credit? These are tricky questions.